There, guys, we've told you in the recent past about a whole litany of gun control bills on the move here in Indy. And guys, we have another bad one to talk to you guys about tonight. We're talking about SB 24. This is the latest gun control bill on the move right now here in Indy. And it's very simple. It makes criminals out of Hoosiers who dare to buy a firearm if they're 18, 19, or 20 years old. This is all the rage right now across the country, even though we've recently had cases from various federal courts saying you cannot discriminate against an 18-year-old legal adult and tell him or her they cannot own a firearm. Guys, we're going to talk about this for a moment, but before we even break the bill down, I want to be clear on this. Everybody in Indiana needs to be aware of the fact that for the first time now, we're seeing Democrats on the move. We're seeing Democrats who dare to file gun control bills. For the last couple of years, the only gun control we had was Republican filed bills that would expand our red flag laws. The word went out in the Democratic caucus not to file gun control because they believe that filing gun control would harm their party in the elections. And they were correct. But the mood is shifting, not just here in Indy, but across the state. And now this new crop of Democrats, they don't follow the old playbook, and they are going for our throats. They're pushing all kinds of gun control bills. This is the most recent one. Again, it's SB 24. Alex, I know that this is it makes it a crime. Is it a felony? Do you know, or misdemeanor? I didn't have a chance to verify that. Do you know what the penalty section is on this?
I don't have it in front of me. I could pull it up, but it would make sense that would be a felony because it's a gun-related charge.
Right. So you're going to become a criminal. And what, to me, what's the most offensive of all of this is these arrogant, elitist scoundrels think it's okay for your son, your grandson, your daughter, your granddaughter to carry a firearm and go overseas and to defend our country. They can have full auto, they can have grenades, they can have tanks, they can have the entire armada of arsenal of our military. But when you come back home to Indianapolis, you come back home to Fort Wayne or any other of our small towns anywhere, you don't have a right to defend yourself. That is the message that we're hearing from these commies. And guys, we've got to put a stop to this. Hit the link below and sign your email and make sure it goes to your state rep and state senator telling him or her to vote no on SB 24. Alex, I think it'd be easier to oppose bills like this if we had situations, involving young people, especially right here in Indiana, who have used a firearm to stop violent criminals. It'd just be great if we had a real life case study. And sadly, I guess we don't have that from what the media would tell us. But then we Googled that. And don't we have something like that here in Indiana?
Well, we absolutely do. If you all remember, just a short summer ago, was it, that Mr. Dickens here,
that's
19
right.
years old, 19 years old, enjoying constitutional. Actually, look at that. Those shirts match. He kind of looks like family.
He does kind of match my shirt. I like that shirt.
We're not related, but I'd be honored to have him at my table anytime. But at 19 years old, just weeks after we passed constitutional carry, Elisha is in the mall with his girlfriend, with his Glock 19, and a madman, a deranged lunatic, all right, comes out wishing to harm people. And Elisha stopped a bad man from doing a bad thing. A good man, Elisha Dickens, 19 years old. So really, SB 24, the only people I can think of that it would harm would be the rest of the individuals in the mall. It would have made them the victims and disempowered Elisha from protecting innocent lives. And that
it'd make him a criminal. That's the whole point. It'd make him into a criminal while doing nothing other than giving that madman a clear field of fire in that mall. And I read the report again to remind myself, Alex, the bad guy there, the murderer or would-be murderer, whatever it was, he had an AR-15. So it wasn't like, Elisha had superior firepower. On the contrary, he had a Glock 9, I believe you said, it's a Glock 19. Glock 19 versus an AR. Bad guy fired off 24 rounds, it says here right now. I just wanted to verify those numbers. And Elisha dropped him with a Glock 19 from a very long distance away on a relative basis. But according to these commies in Indy right now, he should be arrested.
Criminal.
He should be in prison for daring to carry, let alone buy a firearm. This is the hypocrisy of these people. Gun control only ever helps the criminals. And the thing is, in years past, we'd say, just look at Chicago, just look at St. Louis. All you gotta do is check Indianapolis. All we have to do is look at Fort Wayne. All we have to do is check our own state, our own cities. And everyone knows that they are out of control because Soros-backed prosecutors right here in Indy won't prosecute criminals, and because the criminals don't obey the gun control laws that we have in this state. So, guys, help us kill this bill before it gets off the ground. But more than that, help us make sure every politician here in the Capitol knows that we are watching, that gun owners are active, that we're organized, that we're mobilized, and they will pay a price if they vote for gun control. Here's the outcome, okay? If we don't stand up and make noise loudly every time these kind of bills come up, what's going to happen? They're going to get in more and more and more and more bold here in Indy, and they're going to pick up more and more co-sponsors, more and more support. And then when the next mass shooting happens, God forbid, they're finally going to get some crossover GOP support, and we will see this gun control bill or others like it move. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise. We already have red flag laws. In fact, we've expanded red flag laws here in Indy when all the rest of these Republican states around us either have blocked them or in many cases are trying to ban them. But here in Indy, here in our state, we have red flag laws, guys. We know that party affiliation literally counts for nothing. Guys, hit the link, take a stand, make sure your voice is heard, share our video, go to joinifc.com to get involved in our fight, and we'll keep you guys informed. Stay free.